NDN Joe. NDN Joe. NDN Joe. Alright, people. I'm not sure if you see my face. Oh, there's my eyeball. Peekaboo. 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 By the way, I'm NDN Joe with you all. And, I'm from Elsipogtog, First Nation. That's here in New Brunswick, Canada. I'm going to show you guys, well, let me see. Points at you guys. There we go. Point, point. Pointing's not good, by the way. But anyways, I'm pointing to all you. Whoever you might be watching this video. We're going to make a hand drum. And that's what you see in front of you. That's a hoop. Some people call them hoops. I call them rims. But anyways, this is about 11.5 inch rim. I made this rim personally. Initial my rims too. Here we go. I guess that's upside down, right? There we go. Okay, maybe this way. There we go. Elsipogtog 2014. Those are my initials, JPP. But anyways, as you can see behind the rim, there's my template. It's a 19-inch template. I used to cut out 19-inch circles on rawhide. But in this case, I make them multi-purpose, so I can put on a smaller hide. I got all the markings on here in inches. So if it's a ½ inch, I just go in between the lines. I always mark the dead center. And I always got the markings here for all the holes, all the way around my template. Let's see if we can hold this up here. There's the holes. Some other makers, drum makers, people that make drums and hand drums got different methods, different styles, and so on. But anyways, I'm just one of those many different types of styles and rims and so on and so on. The list goes on. Here we go. Piece of rawhide. This here, deer skin. Excuse me. And in my language, Mi'kmaq, or some say Micmac, in Eskasoni or Nova Scotia, Mi'kmaq. You know, different dialects of Micmac in there too, eh? We call them deer, lintuk. So this here's deer, a deer skin, deer rawhide. And I already cut the holes, punched the holes. I'm not sure you can see that. There we go. I'm going to be punching another set of holes into it. Right around. And then we're going to lace up this hand drum. Right onto this rim right here. Like so. And the thing I like to point out about my rims is that, let's see here. Right here, I'm not sure if you can see that. See that little T? Right there. Anyways, we've been doing this for years. I have anyways. But as for my ancestors and so on, you just took a piece of wood, you steamed it, made a loop or a hoop, tied it up and dried it, and then strung on rawhide just like that. In the olden days, we used to go out, go shoot our animals for the skin and for the meat. The bones of the animals we used to use for tools, probably weapons, and so on and so on. The brain of the animal, they would take the brain out and use that for brain tan. So they would boil up a bunch of brains like zombies and rub it into rawhide, and they would work that rawhide in. It must have been pretty hot back in the day. But, well, you get my drift. And they would make brain tan leather. That's how it used to be done back in the day. There's other methods of tanning hide, but in this case, this is not tanned. This is rawhide, so it's just like my skin. Wrap it up. But with rawhide, it tends to shrink, so as rawhide's all soaked up. It's like a piece of noodle. You know, noodles are hard before you put them in the water. And when you know, well, that's the concept. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to punch some more holes here. I got 18 so far. I'm going to punch another 18 beside it. One. I'm just going to go right around it. So here's a hole puncher, by the way. I picked this one up for like 75 bucks, I think it was at the time. I'm not sure if they've gone down in price or not, but you go to a leather shop, they'll sell these. They have some other punchers, whatever works for you. So here I go. I'll find a hole here. I'm punching right beside it, approximately about half an inch, maybe, give or take, I don't know. Yeah, about half an inch. And ta-da! We got two holes here. See? Do the same thing on this side here too. Punch two holes. And so on. And just repeat it. All depends on how many holes you want to punch. So I'm going to keep punching here and I'll be right back with you. Okay, now we're back. I finished punching all the holes. There's two holes now. I'm going to take my rim and take the tee, place it downward on the skin. But don't get me wrong, I flattened this part out here too. So really it doesn't matter. It's just the way I do it. So just the way things work out sometimes. So here we go. We're going to lace up this drum and get things started. Right here, I always like to leave it about a foot. Tie an old-fashioned slip knot here, just like so. See that? Oh, let me get this pointing to the camera now. Just like so. And then we're going to go straight across. So, right where my initials are usually where I like to start. Just like so. So, we gather the rest of the strap. And we're going to lace this sucker up. I'm not sure if many of you are used to lacing up drums or hand drums, but anyway, some of us were taught that right here, as you can see it in the camera or the video, right here, how they usually pierce sun dances. You know, they put two slits and they slide the piercing stick through. It's the same concept as you make a hand drum. But that's just from what I was taught. But there's many other teachings, many different ways. But anyways, you keep going, lace it up, lace it up, lace it up. And this is where the fun begins. See? Look at that. Just like so. And then for me, I do it clockwise, so I go straight over here to these two holes and back and forth, 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 back and forth. Then I'll finish back tying off over here. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear me over that AC, but that's how it's done. I'm going to continue lacing here, and I'll be back with you guys after. Okay. You know, it's been about 10 minutes since I just finished, well, since I started, I should say, lacing. Now we're getting near the end here. I would have recorded the whole darn thing, but we would have been sitting here for like, geez, like I said, 10 minutes. Watch me do this thing. So, I said, I'll just cut out that part and like, what do you think of that? Easy. Easier said than done, right? There we go. Oh, wait a second here. I want to point out something that I'm not sure if you can see in the camera. See that? I put twist inside each strap here, but always remember to give it slack. See? Give it a lot of slack, because when you start tying it up, it tightens up just a tiny bit. So that's because of the rawhide shrinking. So we're going to make a little handle here pretty soon here, and I wrap these things up here as I come through the holes. I go under and then over.
Under
I do,
and over.
and under and over.
Under and over.
Just like so. And then, in this case, we're going straight up the line here. Because as you can see right now, oh, let's see here. That looks pretty uneven, right?
Yeah.
My little buddy says, yeah. And look at that.
Not even.
It's even. And that looks like a star now, eh, people?
Yeah.
My son says, yeah. So, right here at the beginning, undo your knot. And then under and over, under and over. And then we're going to go over, and then come back through under.
And come back to the under.
Just like so.
Just like so.
And then tie your knot. And then ta-da! See that? Not really fancy there, people. Okay, so now we're making a handle. So I don't want to go too tight now. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to take this one little strap that I said I left about a foot of, and we're just going to tie up those 4 straps. Like so. Tie them up just like so. Bring it up, over. And as you can tell, everything's starting to tighten up just a tiny bit here. Just like so.
Just like so.
Come back through here. You can weave it if you want.
Weave it if you want.
And then come back through again.
Come back through again.
Just the same as you would do a snowshoe.
Snowshoe.
Shoe.
Shoot.
Shoe.
Shoe.
Yes.
Yes. 1996. 19,096 this cost. No, the camera.
Alright, people. There we go.
Woo!
So I'm going to do the same thing. Here.
And here.
Here. And here. And after that, I'll show you the finished product.
I can do that.
Okay. It's been about 10 minutes or so. Taking my little sweet time here. Just about finishing up now. Gonna get my hair out of there. Long hair. Probably get you into trouble. Whose hair is that? See? So it goes up closer. Ta-da! So I'm just about done here. Wrapped it up a couple times here. Just finishing up. I'm gonna pull this up through. Sorry if you guys can't see the knot and stuff like that. I don't even know why I'm sorry. You shouldn't be. There we go. Look at that, eh? Isn't that awesome? There. Finish tying that sucker up. Now, remember when you're cutting just little pieces off, leave enough room for the shrinkage, because when it shrinks, this is going to shrink in just a tiny bit. Same thing with this cut down here and here. Just leave a little bit. And with the beginning part here, as you can see, I just braided one end in. You know, it's just something like a trademark that a lot of people use when making their drums and stuff like that. And just want to point out one more thing, is that a lot of people say that you do things so perfectly, but no, I don't. I make the same mistakes like anyone else does. You know, and that's how we learn, is by our mistakes. A lot of us will learn by mistakes. So that's how it's done. So I'm just fixing it up here. So when it dries, it's going to dry, you know, awesome. See that? Just put this up here. Look at that. See, in the sunlight, oh, here we go. Oh, that's what you're going to see once it dries. So it's going to dry white because it's been bleached. It's a real nice hide. Like I said, I got some of my hair falling off here. I'm not losing my hair, by the way, people. So just pick off my hair here, just in case whoever gets this drum here won't say, "Honey, whose hair is that?" But anyways, you get my drift. That's how you make a hand drum. There's a lot of videos online how to make a hand drum. Peekaboo. But anyways, you like those people online, eh? Anyways, I'm raffling this hand drum off this weekend. Today's Friday the 13th, 2014. And it's the month of June. So by the time a lot of people have watched this video, this is probably already gone. But let me know if you like the video. If you guys are interested in hand drums or so on and so on. You know, drop me a line. I do make these all the time. I make my own rims. I don't shoot my skin though. Only once a year. So, you know, if I get a piece of rawhide from a kill, I usually shoot moose every year. So I get one moose eye maybe, give or take. Forgot to mention one thing. See how you get rid of all those creases in there? Well, I want to keep the creases in here just to make the look I want. But here, I get a strap, tie it right around the whole rim, as you can tell, and let it dry, because rawhide dries better than actually putting a piece of tape around it. With a piece of tape, you have to wait for that. You know, you gotta let your drum dry for like 24 hours or so. Take the tape off again, and then you gotta let that little piece of tape where the tape was dry too. So anyways, here you go. But anyways, as you can tell, drop a line if you like it, subscribe, have fun making Indian hand drums, Native hand drums, Native American hand drum, North American Indians, the list goes on. So traditional hand drum, whatever you want to call it, tom-tom. I don't have a drumstick with me right now, but I'm making that too shortly. So thanks for tuning in, people. Bing! Isn't that cool? Okay, right. Bing! Too much Facebook maybe. I'm on Facebook too, people, so you know, I usually have these for sale too. I got some more hand drums in the other room there I'm working on too. I got a bird's eye maple rims I'm working on. I work with white pine.